Greetings, my people. First, let us thank God for giving us another day of life and His blessing, as well as our family and friends. Welcome to the Dominic Sports Picks channel, where we also give our NBA analysis a hard look. Here you'll find everything you need to bet safely. The possible winner of each game. Whether the scoreboard will be broken with highs or lows. And of course, our classic club player bats, so you know which player is going to break it tonight. This isn't a story, this is numbers, logic, and vision. If you're an NBA fan and like to play smart, this is your channel. Subscribe, turn on that bell, and follow us every day, as we analyze every game, every piece of information, and every pick. With Dominic Sports Picks, you don't go in blind, you go in to win. NBA, MLB, NHL, NFL, any league. Here, we study to win. Let's get started. My friends at Dominic Sports Picks, here are our updated statistics for today, with the goal of maintaining transparent and honest communication with all our followers. In this report, we clearly reflect our success and loss ratios, offering a real-world view of the performance of our picks. At Dominic Sports Picks, we believe that trust is built with verifiable results, consistent commitment, and complete transparency in every shared analysis. Now, let's get to today's analysis. Redemption Night in Indianapolis. This February 3, 2026, the Indiana Pacers host a free-falling Utah Jazz. With both teams desperate to escape the bottom of their conferences, urgency will drive this clash at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. We break down the key factors to help you capitalize on this matchup of struggling squads. Get your picks ready for action. Pick 1, Indiana Pacers to win. Even though both franchises are enduring tough seasons, the Indiana Pacers, 13-37, hold a significant competitive edge tonight by playing at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Utah Jazz, 15-35, are currently mired in a devastating 6-game losing streak, and their road performance is dismal, with only 5 wins in 23 away games. Vital absences for Utah further tip the scales. The Jazz will be without Keontae George, ankle sprain, and Jusuf Nurkic, rest, leaving massive voids in playmaking and interior defense. While Indiana is missing star Tyrese Halliburton, the presence of Pascal Siakam averaging 23.8 points and the steady leadership of Andrew Nembhard should provide enough firepower to overcome a Utah team that has struggled for consistency away from home. The home court advantage combined with Utah's depleted roster makes the Pacers the logical choice to secure the victory in this specific spot. Pick 2, total under 240.0 points scored. The point total is set high at 240.0, but current trends strongly favor the under. Indiana currently ranks dead last in the NBA in offensive rating, 30th, averaging a mere 110.7 points per game. Without Tyrese Halliburton to push the pace, the Pacers' offense becomes more stagnant and reliant on half-court execution. On the Utah side, while they are often involved in high-scoring affairs, the absence of Keontae George severely hampers their offensive flow and perimeter threat. The Jazz have struggled to reach the 100-point mark in recent tight matchups, such as their latest loss to Toronto. With both offenses missing primary playmakers and struggling with efficiency, Indiana shoots just 34% from deep. Reaching 240 points would require a shooting clinic neither team is likely to provide. Furthermore, 7 of Indiana's last 8 home games in similar back-to-back situations have stayed under the total, solidifying this pick. Discipline and a close look at injury reports are your best tools tonight. Lean into the home court factor and the offensive regression of 2 injury-riddled teams. Turn your insights into winning plays and enjoy the hard-court action responsibly. Best of luck with your picks, let's cash those tickets, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Action Night in the Capitol. The Knicks arrive red-hot with a 6-game win streak, looking to storm Capital One Arena. New York sits among the East's elite, while the Wizards struggle at the bottom with a porous defense. Jalen Brunson and company are coming for blood, and here we break down how to capitalize on this clash of realities. Get your picks ready for some primetime NBA action. Pick 1, New York Knicks minus 10.0 to win. The New York Knicks, 31-18. Enter as heavy favorites against a Washington Wizards, 13-35, team lacking identity. NY's offense, led by Jalen Brunson, 28.0 ppg, and Karl Anthony Towns, 20.5 ppg, ranks 7th in efficiency, facing a Wizards defense that allows 122.5 points per night, 29th in NBA. Trae Young's absence for Washington leaves a creative void that is impossible to fill against the suffocating perimeter defense of OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. Even without Mitchell Robinson, the Knicks' depth is far superior. Washington holds a minus 10.2 scoring differential, aligning perfectly with the minus 10.0 spread. Having won their last 10 head-to-head matchups, the Knicks' tactical and physical dominance should result in a double-digit victory without much trouble. New York covers when they dominate the glass in transition, both areas where Washington is extremely vulnerable, ensuring a comfortable margin for the visitors tonight. Pick 2, total over 223.0 points scored. Taking the over on 223.0 points is the logical move given current trends. Washington is a league leader in points allowed via transition and possesses one of the NBA's poorest defensive rotations, allowing opponents easy buckets. The Knicks average 117.6 points per game and have consistently cleared the 119-point mark in recent H2H meetings. On the flip side, despite their losses, Washington plays at a high pace that inflates scores, averaging 112.3 points per game. Combining their offensive averages, 117.6 plus 112.3 is equal to 229.9, puts us well above the 223.0 line. Additionally, both teams have seen defensive gaps in the paint due to injuries, and the stage is set for a high-scoring affair in DC. The lack of interior rim protection suggests frequent trips to the free throw line, which will help push the final tally over the total. Expect a fast-paced game where the Knicks' clinical scoring meets Washington's defensive lapses. The Knicks' consistency and the Wizards' defensive disarray are the keys tonight. Trust in the Big Apple's firepower and a high-scoring game to maximize your returns. Analyze carefully, bet smart, and celebrate every basket. May success follow you through this NBA slate. Let's get that win with confidence and strategy on the hardwood. Good luck with your plays. Clash of Titans in the Motor City. This February 3, 2026, Little Caesars Arena will be electric as the Denver Nuggets visit the Eastern Conference leading Detroit Pistons, 36-12. With Cade Cunningham playing at an MVP level and Denver fighting to keep their road momentum, this matchup promises to be a high-caliber tactical battle. Let's dive into the key factors for tonight's winning picks. Pick 1, Detroit Pistons to win. The Detroit Pistons enter this contest in an enviable position, sitting atop the East with a dominant 20-5 home record. The key to this pick lies in Detroit's roster depth and Denver's significant injury report. The Nuggets will be without Aaron Gordon, hamstring, and Christian Braun, ankle, which severely weakens their defensive rotation and transition energy. Furthermore, Detroit already proved they can handle the 2023 champions just last week with a 109-107 victory where Cade Cunningham, 25.2 ppg, 9.8 apg, dictated the pace. Jalen Duren's physical presence in the paint will be vital in wearing down Nikola Jokic, who is currently managing knee soreness. Boasting an 8-2 record in their last 10 games and a defense allowing only 109.7 points, the value sits squarely with the Pistons to secure the victory at home tonight. Pick 2, total over 221.0 points scored. A 221.0 point line looks remarkably low given the offensive firepower of these two squads. Denver owns the NBA's second-best offense, averaging 120.1 points per game, and their matchups have hit the over 62% of the time this season. Meanwhile, the Pistons have increased their scoring average to 117.3 points, fueled by a 48.1% field goal percentage in recent outings. The absence of key perimeter defenders for Denver, Braun, and their primary interior enforcer, Gordon, will clear the way for easy scoring opportunities for Detroit. Statistically, the combined offensive averages, 237.4, far exceed the 221.0 point threshold. Additionally, Denver tends to play at a faster pace on the road to compensate for their current defensive gaps, ensuring a consistent back-and-forth flow that should see this total cleared with relative ease before the final whistle. Betting success comes from identifying edges in injuries and current form. Tonight, Detroit is perfectly positioned to reaffirm its leadership in a high-scoring affair. Trust your strategy, manage your bankroll wisely, and enjoy the sheer intensity of the world's best basketball league. Let's chase that win with determination and passion. May the odds be in your favor. Family, now we continue with our props players. The statistical and situational analysis for tonight's matchup strongly supports the over 21.5 PRA for Mikal Bridges. Throughout the 2025-26 season, Bridges has maintained averages of 15.7 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 4.2 assists, culminating in a seasonal PRA of 24.3. This average sits significantly above the 21.5 betting line, providing a comfortable cushion compared to his standard output. The Washington Wizards' defensive inefficiency is a primary catalyst for this pick. Washington currently ranks 29th in the NBA in scoring defense, surrendering 122.5 points per game with a defensive rating of 123.1. Furthermore, the Wizards allow a high volume of assists and rebounds to opposing wings due to poor rim protection and a high-paced offensive style. Bridges has a track record of punishing Washington. Over his last 10 head-to-head games against them, he has averaged 18.8 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 3.7 assists, resulting in a dominant 27.7 PRA. Current roster dynamics for the New York Knicks further solidify this projection. With Mitchell Robinson and Miles McBride sidelined, the workload for the starting core increases. Bridges averages 34.6 minutes per game, and his role as a secondary playmaker behind Jalen Brunson, combined with his length as a perimeter rebounder, allows him to accumulate stats across all three categories. Given that Washington leads the league in field goal attempts allowed, the volume of defensive rebounding opportunities and transition assists will be exceptionally high for a versatile player like Bridges, making the 21.5 threshold a very achievable target. My people, until tomorrow, blessings and good luck to all.